Welcome back. The national anthem has been insulted yet again in the valley. Times Now has accessed visuals of scholars and faculty members of the Central University of Kashmir refusing to stand up when the national anthem was played during a function at the university. What's even more shocking is the fact that the incident took place even as the governor, Mr. N.N. Vora, and National Conference Chief Omar Abdullah were present at the same event. We have with us Prashant, who's joining us from Srinagar, and Pradeep Datta, who's joining us from Jammu. Prashant, if I could come to you first, this is absolutely shocking because here we have political leaders like Omar Abdullah and we have the governor of Jammu and Kashmir present in the same event, but they had nothing to say for all these people who actually insulted the national anthem of the country.
Well, absolutely, and it's absolutely outrageous to see the manner in which the students kept sitting. It was a convocation ceremony in which all the top dignitaries, including the governor of the state, N.N. Vora, and also NC Chief Omar Abdullah were present. When the national anthem started, only 3 to 4 people you could find in that particular video were standing, and rest all of them, hundreds of students were there inside the hall. All of them were sitting, and this has become a pattern over the past few years, wherein we saw it's not the first time, Aditi, if you remember. Years after years, time after time, it comes out. And what's shocking is the fact that the political parties come out and politicize on this very issue. And that perhaps is the reason why you see it repeating every single time. Yesterday also, it was a very big moment for, N.N. Vora and also Omar Abdullah to stand up and speak to those students that it's national anthem you should be standing. But nothing of that sort happened. And as a result, we saw national anthem being, insulted in full public view, while only 3 to 4 people were standing. All of them were sitting, clicking pictures, taking videos of the entire event.
Absolutely, Prashant. In fact, we are playing out those visuals on our screens right now, where we can actually count about only 3 to 4 people who actually stood up, and the rest, the other scholars who were actually sitting, they not only insulted the national anthem by not standing up, but they can easily be visible chatting on their phone, playing on their phone and talking to each other. So that clearly is a major insult to the national anthem, isn't it, Pradeep? And for the fact that we have political leaders like Omar Abdullah who don't wait for a second to say that we as a nation should stand for each other, we as a country should stand up for the state of Jammu and Kashmir, but when they had an opportunity to stand up for their own country and their anthem, they were mute spectators.
Yes, Aditi, you are absolutely right. It is really very shocking that while the national anthem was played at SKICC Convention Center during the convocation of the Central University in presence of N.N. Vora and National Conference Chief Omar Abdullah, you rightly said that some of the students were playing with the phone. Either they were talking to each other or they were busy clicking selfies or taking a video clip. But nobody really got up, and this is really very shocking. And for this, nobody else but these politicians are to be blamed. Prashant rightly said. The reason being that whenever in the past such incidents have taken place, no action has been initiated against any of the students. Few months back, we saw similar kind of thing happening in Baba Ghulam Shah University. Later on in Abhinav Theatre here in Jammu also, some of the people didn't get up. When you are not initiating action, you're further encouraging and emboldening such people. That leniency is not really going to work. When these youngsters, they pelt stone on our wavehearts, we call them misguided youth. When they don't get up, we say that youngsters, let's not in fact politicize this issue. We should not reprimand them. We should not initiate any action. I think nobody else but these political parties and the respective government in Jammu and Kashmir is to be blamed, because they are the ones who have not been able to inculcate.
And Pradeep, it looks like it's selective situations in which these political leaders want to stand up for their own country, and when it's convenient for them, they are absolutely silent. Requesting both Prashant and Pradeep to stay with us. Major General G.D. Bakshi is on the phone line on this broadcast. Major General Bakshi, how do you feel when you see our national anthem getting insulted in such a manner, and for the fact that you have the Jammu and Kashmir governor and a political leader of the stature of Omar Abdullah attending the same event but saying nothing to these scholars and faculty members who were who did not even bother to get up and stand to respect the national anthem?
You see, the problem is we seem to have caved in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. For the 3 years that this PDP government has ruled the roost, they have created a climate of collapse. They have facilitated the growth of radicalized extremist organizations like the ISIS. When they waved Pakistani flags and ISIS flags, we were told they were children. When they pelted stones, which killed tourists, which smashed the heads of children, which wounded 9,000 security personnel and civilians. We were told they are children. You know, when they have been on a rampage burning schools, the children's argument is used. We have created a climate of collapse, deliberately engineered a climate of collapse. And that is manifest in the way the national anthem is allowed to be disrespected. We take it as a given. When in the NIT, the students of the NIT waved the national flag. You know, 2 companies of the J&K police were sent in to beat up the students who were waving the national flag. The bones of 9 were broken, 20 were hospitalized, and the rest had fled. I mean, this is what the state of Jammu and Kashmir has been reduced to. And we have, a kind of a attitude, chalta hai, all right, that's par for the course. That is what J&K is.
Absolutely.
And we just have to lump it. I don't think so.
All right. Thank you so much, Major General G.D. Bakshi, for joining us with your perspective. In fact, it's a massive insult to our national anthem, and political reactions have already started pouring in. BJP leaders too have come out and reacted to this incident. They have called it unfortunate that the students didn't stand up for the national anthem. Let's take a look.
It's very unfortunate that the yesterday's incident, which has happened in the presence of the Honorable Governor, the students do not stand for the national anthem. I think this is what needs to be taught at this time, and strict action should be taken against the organizers and against the people who were involved in such anti-national things, because the respect to the national anthem, and when the national anthem beats, everybody stands for respect to the national anthem. And I strictly ask for a strict action against those people who did not stand for this national anthem.
All right, thank you so much, Prashant and Pradeep, for joining